You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now.
So it's 4:30 a.m. and you wonder why would a person be awake at this time in the morning? But it is because I'm off to do arguably one of the coolest things in the world. And you can argue that point by saying that it is one of the wonders of the world. I'm not sure if it's on the modern or the ancient world, but it's one of them. It's on one of them. And that is, of course, Angkor Wat. We were going for a sunrise tour, so we need to get there nice and early for a beautiful view as that sun comes up behind this ancient temple. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be an amazing day. So let's just go. Well, that was just magical. Waiting a little bit longer now to see if the sun will rise above the clouds and hit the temple. If not, then we'll get on and do some exploring. More than worth getting up at 4 a.m. for this. Amazing. There's that sun we were looking for earlier. We've done so much, so we would have been sat waiting for ages, so it's a good thing that we started moving, but there it is, coming up over some trees right now. Look at this place. It's insane. You know, and you just have to take that moment of reflection about where you are and what you're doing. That view is it. So while this temple dates back to the 12th century, in the 16th century it was converted by the king at the time to a temple of Buddhism, whereas before it was Hinduism. It was a temple for Vishnu. Where we are now, in the very central point of Angkor Wat, you will find Buddha statues which have been here for nearly 500 years. What a cool place. So right now we've just walked through the tonal gate into the Angkor Thom village. We're going to go and explore more of this. It's basically where the original king who built Angkor Wat and this place lived back in the 12th century, so that's pretty cool. Let's go. Right now we are at the very center of the old town of Angkor Thom, our old city, which is the Bayan Temple. Just here is the Bayan tree, said slightly differently in old scripture. But this tree, the tallest one in the area, currently having its branches chopped so that it doesn't fall down and crush this beautiful old temple, which comes from the late 12th century. So as we leave that Bayan Temple behind us now, just an amazing place, and as I said, built in the late 12th century by the king who at a time, because of a lot of fighting between two different religions, Hinduism and Buddhism, decided to build this temple with a mixture of both sets of Buddhas and Vishnu and everything, so that people could live in peace together in harmony. But right now, I'm walking over the wall, interestingly enough, into a thing called Phrom Temple, or the Tomb Temple. Why might it be called the Tomb Temple? Well, back in 2001, the very famous Tomb Raider movie, then subsequent game, etc., which I played very much on the PlayStation, was filmed within this temple. So when the day just couldn't get better, it gets better. Let's go and see where Lara Croft did her thing. So one of the most famous points of the movie slash advertisement is an image of Angelina Jolie in front of this tree. And as you can see, it attracts quite the crowd. So you know for a fact we're gonna get a picture there. Just gotta wait for it. Not many times you can say that a place genuinely reminds you of a movie or a game, mainly in my case, but this place 100% is exactly like the game and the movie. It's amazing to actually be here. Surreal. Final one of the day, the Banteay Kdei Temple, similar style to the one before, the Tomb Raider style temple, but apparently more broken down, so let's go and see it and enjoy it. So there we are, another day done. This is our guide here, Siem. Hey, hello. It's definitely been a great day, and I would always advise getting a guide, at least for one of your days. Despite being 1:30 in the afternoon, it's been up since 4, so lunchtime, we didn't have lunch before this temple. Lunch, back, chill out, and then tomorrow maybe we'll tackle some more of the further out temples. But for now, I shall see you tomorrow. Welcome back to our final proper day here in Siem Reap. Yes, we did have a few drinks last night. It's fun to let loose. So it's a slow morning, and breakfast ended up being more like midday. But we have made it to finish off day 2, finish off the temples. Hired a bike today rather than have a guide. It's also wonderful to drive around the national park on a bike at your own pace. First one, which is the Kravan or Kravan, however they would say it, temple, built in the early 10th century, so 1,000 years old. Less of me talking and rambling. Let's go and see some temples. Yes. Couldn't find a sign for this temple. This is the Preah or Rup, depending on how it's pronounced and said. Just look at the carvings on that. Been up the stairs, as you do in most temples. Really nice climb up to the top. The belief, obviously, being a lot of these temples are a shrine or a residence of the gods. So this is symbolic of heaven, hence why you have to do such a steep and laborious climb to get up there, because if you are to go and see and speak to the gods, you have to be worthy and have climbed up to their level. So that's why I have to keep climbing to the top to get amazing views like this. But tell me about it, is it worth it? Yeah, I think it is. Found it. Rup Temple. Let's go. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. You've seen the sunset with us, and that concludes the video, I guess. Pretty busy days, and an additional trip to the Apopo Museum, which I didn't intro or talk about, I just showed you. So I hope you enjoyed that also. But for now, time to go. Another one done. Leave a like, subscribe, help me out where you can, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.